What if I told you the secret to losing stubborn belly fat isn't about starving yourself, but about changing how and when you eat your protein? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple science-backed protein tricks that can help you finally lose that stubborn belly fat and start seeing real progress. Let's get into it. The first trick is the 30-gram early protein pulse. How you start your morning can influence your metabolism, appetite, and food choices for the rest of the day. Most people grab a coffee or tea, pour themselves a bowl of sugary cereal, or skip breakfast entirely. While these options might seem convenient, they often leave you feeling hungry again just a couple of hours later. If you've ever found yourself reaching for snacks by 10 or 11 am, it may not be because you lack willpower. It could simply be that your first meal didn't contain enough protein to keep you satisfied. To fix this, aim to eat 30 to 40 grams of high quality protein within 2 hours of waking up. When you do this, several beneficial things happen. First, it stimulates muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and maintain muscle tissue. This is especially important when you're trying to lose weight because preserving lean muscle helps keep your metabolism healthier as you lose body fat. Second, protein has the highest thermic effect of food of any macronutrient. In other words, your body uses more energy digesting protein than it does digesting carbohydrates or fats. Protein also takes longer to digest than most carbohydrate-rich foods. That slower digestion helps keep food in your stomach longer, which means you stay satisfied for a longer period instead of constantly thinking about your next snack. Even better, around 30 grams of protein helps reduce levels of ghrelin, your body's main hunger hormone, while increasing hormones that signal fullness to your brain. The result is fewer cravings, better appetite control, and a calorie deficit that feels much easier to maintain throughout the day. Tomorrow morning, do this. Eat 4 scrambled eggs or have 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt with 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds, or blend a scoop of protein powder with unsweetened almond milk for a quick breakfast when you're short on time. The goal isn't to make breakfast complicated. It's simply to make sure your body gets enough protein early in the day. Think of your breakfast as setting the tone for your appetite. Get it right, and the rest of the day often becomes much easier. Trick number 2, protein first eating order. Think about how you normally eat lunch or dinner. After a long day, you're hungry, so it's natural to reach for the rice, bread, pasta, or potatoes first. They are usually the easiest foods to eat and often the most comforting. The problem is that when you eat those carbohydrate-rich foods first, they tend to digest more quickly, leading to a faster rise in blood sugar and a larger insulin response. For many people, that can mean feeling hungry again sooner or experiencing an afternoon energy drop that makes them reach for sugary snacks or extra calories. Here's the simple fix. Instead of changing what's on your plate, change the order you eat it. Start with your protein, then eat your vegetables, save the carbohydrates for the very end of the meal. This small habit works because protein and fiber slow down the rate at which food leaves your stomach. As a result, when you finally eat the rice or potatoes a few minutes later, the glucose enters your bloodstream more gradually instead of all at once. Studies have shown that this eating order can significantly reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes. More stable blood sugar often means steadier energy levels, fewer cravings later in the day, and better control over your overall calorie intake. It's important to understand that this isn't about avoiding carbohydrates. Carbs aren't the enemy. They provide energy and can absolutely be part of a healthy diet. You're simply changing the sequence in which you eat them to help your body handle the meal more efficiently. For example, if your dinner is grilled chicken, some veggies like broccoli, carrots, cucumbers, and flavored rice, eat the chicken first, then finish the veggies, finally eat the rice. It's the exact same meal with the exact same calories, but the different eating order may leave you feeling fuller and more satisfied afterward. Same food, same calories, just a smarter eating sequence that works with your body's natural digestion. The third and final trick is the pre-meal protein preload. Think about the last time you completely blew your calorie deficit at dinner. Maybe you skipped lunch because you were busy, maybe work ran late. By the time you finally sat down to eat, you were absolutely starving. Everything looked amazing, and before you knew it, you'd eaten far more than you originally planned. That happens because when you're extremely hungry, your brain is focused on getting food as quickly as possible. Making mindful decisions become much harder when your hunger is at its peak. On top of that, your body's fullness signals aren't instant. It takes around 20 minutes for your brain to fully register that you've eaten enough. During that delay, it's very easy to consume hundreds of extra calories before you even begin to feel satisfied. That's where the protein preload comes in. About 15 to 20 minutes before your biggest meal of the day, eat 10 to 15 grams of protein. Keep it simple. Have 1 or 2 hard-boiled eggs, or have a cup of plain Greek yogurt, or drink half a scoop of protein powder mixed with water. This small amount of protein helps stimulate hormones like GLP-1 and peptide YY, which play an important role in promoting feelings of fullness. By the time you sit down to eat your main meal, your body has already started sending those "I've had enough" signals to your brain. Think of it as giving your appetite a head start. Instead of beginning dinner at maximum hunger, you are taking the edge off before the first bite. That makes it much easier to eat until you are comfortably satisfied instead of accidentally overeating. This strategy can be especially helpful before restaurant meals, family gatherings, or holiday dinners where large portions and tempting foods make it easy to go over your calorie goals. It's a small habit that takes less than a minute to prepare, but it can make a surprisingly big difference in how much you naturally eat without feeling deprived. Remember, a calorie deficit is what makes fat loss happen. These protein tricks simply make it easier to stay in that deficit without feeling hungry all day or fighting cravings every step of the way. Don't try all three at once. Pick just one and stick with it for the next 7 days. Small, consistent habits are what create lasting results. Over the next few weeks, you'll likely notice better appetite control, steadier energy, and real progress toward losing stubborn belly fat. Drop a comment below which trick you are trying first, hit that subscribe button, and like the video. I'll see you in the next video.